Alright. Welcome back to Avalon in the Horns of the South. We're gonna go check out the village. I'm playing with a new mouse today. Must because my old one, my secondary button wasn't really working well. And in a couple of my other games I just kind of remapped some of my keys to manage because I like my mouse so well. And I bought a Steel series and I didn't really like it, so I just didn't use it, but I finally set it up and I'm trying to get used to it. See if I can. I was using a Razer Blackadder, I think. Elite. Ooh, it's kind of dark.
Have mercy, not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to make any trouble?
Yeah. I'm not looking for trouble.
That's just my luck. Take the post, Tiernan, they told me. You'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people.
What happened to the deck?
The deck? Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it. Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining that everything here smells of fish. That's a seaside village. What else would it smell of?
I might could help you with the deck. Let's see what you got.
You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. There are bigger problems, but it'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But if you're interested, I could teach you a thing or two about home decor.
Home decor.
Standard keeper knowledge, but, well, we all have our secrets.
What am I gonna do with home decor?
Surprised? Can't blame you. This might sound odd coming from someone stationed in a glorified fish bucket, but I've got a thing for furniture. The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit. Where chairs don't wobble. Tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds. Well, beds don't feel like they're plotting your murder while you sleep.
Wouldn't have guessed you were into that kind of thing. Furniture and such.
Not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me as Tiernan the Grumbler. But, hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Mine just happens to be daydreaming about nicer chairs.
Show me your wares, good man. You really want to sell me furniture? Tapestries? Yo, not gonna lie, I did not see this being in the game. Wow. Oh yeah, I don't really have anything, do I? Another thing.
Ah, that's you. Do you need something?
Never mind.
Please.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah, let me just mine this right in the middle of town and act like no one saw me. I did have this one mod for Skyrim that literally you couldn't do anything in town hardly that didn't belong to you, or you would get a bounty. Or unless you were friends with the NPC. It was actually a pretty legit mod. I should actually try to get all that set up and make another playthrough and actually post it. Beatrice. Oh, Cole. What have you then?
What do you want? To gawk at the beast? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be.
I had no clue what you're talking about.
So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole. But you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole. But now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers.
Tell me more. Yes, yes, more.
One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice. Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards. This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realized everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time, it only got worse.
The Arch Sphere? What?
We set up camp near the Arch Spire.
Spire.
We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world.
Not sure, but I think Archspire was misspelling in the subtitles. I'm not gonna dwell on that. Go. Can you hear me? Wood, they say. That's a full ass moon. She's got some different craters. Yo, Luna, your craters are wild. Hello, are you the fisherman?
Buy something or bugger off. Unless you've already bought from Orla. Then just bugger off.
Show me your wares, then. Well, my man, you have nothing for me. What else you got to say?
Maybe the fish aren't always fresh, but nothing should go to waste. So, some fish?
Gotta love that. What you gonna do? Fish stew? How's your business near the Horns of the South? Like, do you make a living?
Long enough to know what sells. Not that I'd mind having a wider selection of goods, you know. Some more options on offer. But people here don't need much, so what you see is all I have. Then there's the refugees. For now, I guess they're good business. But long term, doubt it. Sooner or later they'll run out of money. They don't have any way to earn it since no one wants them here. They'll get kicked out, or they'll just leave and not come back. But there'll be others around to keep the businesses running, more or less.
Good luck with that. Ron's Tavern. Where's this Ron? Ah, are you Ron?
Beer from Qmax, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And fish, lots and lots of fish. What's your poison?
Show me your wares then.
You mean the old pier? Well, first of all, it's not that old. Brennan was already the captain when it was built. Why is it called that? Don't know. Probably because of all those old folks around. A lot has been happening here lately. Plenty of new faces. I definitely can't complain. I'm finally running a proper tavern. People come and go and the regulars drink as usual, as it should be. Daddy will be proud.
Was your father also here?
Aye, not here, obviously. You won't see your old man here unless your name's Dara. Mine sent me here because he hoped I'd make something out of my life. He never wanted me to pour a beer and look at the same tired mugs day in, day out, but as it turns out, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I got mauled by a werebeast during a hunt, and after that, the captain decided I wasn't any good for active service, so he sent me here. I was bored out of my mind, and since there wasn't one here, I decided to start a tavern. At least I'm not as bored anymore.
Nice. Anyway, I was asked to gather some documents here left by a keeper a long, long time ago.
No, I don't recall anything like that.
He said it was his last drinking bout, but I don't really know when that was.
No, listen. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt any of the keepers had anything important on them. Half of them couldn't tell the quartermaster's seal from a pile of horse dung someone stepped on.
He said they should be at the Stale Lamb Tavern.
But that means... no. Impossible. What if... Holy moonshine. I remember. Sigibald. It was Sigibald who left those documents behind. I've no idea how you found out about it. Sigi. He's dead. Taken by a fever.
I met him. He's the one that asked me for the documents.
Aye, of course I have. I didn't just throw them in some cabinet. I was afraid they'd fall into the wrong hands. He was a good man. I wouldn't get rid of my only memento of him. Here, after what you said, I assume you'll make good use of them. Even though I'm still not sure what to think about it. Things are getting weirder and weirder in our beloved Avalon.
Tell me about this Siggy of yours. What was he like?
Well, he died like he lived, with a tankard in his hand. The boys always said Sigi was a friend with 5 others. And he was. He was a prankster like no other. Once, he slipped a rotten egg into the quartermaster's dinner. Never a dull moment with him, that's for sure.
Thank you. Thanks for the chat.
No problem. Listen, if by some miracle you really talked with Sigibald, please, give him my warm regards. I don't understand anything anymore.
Who are you? Another refugee? This place is already crawling with your lot. It's like a Camelosian privy after a feast. In my day, you only saw old, familiar faces round here. And maybe we didn't all love each other, but a local is a local. It was easier to share with others, even when you didn't have much.
Oh, okay. I'm not really a refugee, but sure, I'll listen.
That's so. Fine. Whatever you say. But yeah, I could see that you don't really look like one of them. Just pass them through then. Shame it had to be now. Not so long ago, we just sat down and had a drink with the rest of the lads. Now I come here alone.
Why are you sitting on your own?
I don't know. But you could put something on the table, and then maybe we can talk.
Okay. Here. I got a whiskey for you.
Thank you. That's better. We used to come here, the three of us. Me, Berg, and Fedley. But lately, something's gotten into Berg, and it all kinda fell apart. Hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to us. We went to his house to get him, but he only cursed a blue streak at us. Say, mate, do you feel like talking to an old obla? I feel bad for him, but I've got no more patience. And Finley? Let's just say Finley's no good at this stuff.
Well, if I pass him to Berg, I'll see if I can chat with him.
Now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg usually sits alone by the sea. Let me know what's wrong with him.
Notice, a right shoe was found on the beach. Please pick it up at the tavern, but bring proof that you own the left one. Okay. I beg you, please don't take anything we own. We may be refugees, but that doesn't mean our belongings are for anyone to take. Yeah, don't take refugees' belongings. Probably really have nothing. The Herrings of the South, Fish Records. Nice, Finley. Warning. Unauthorized entry to the castle grounds will be strictly punished. Also, please refrain from bringing any more gifts of bread. The seagulls are already enough of a nuisance. Keeper. Wow, I'm having a hard time with this one. Gwaylin. Wow, thanks. I wasn't ready for a Welsh name. Just not yet. Who are you? Elaine.
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I've tutored the children of aristocrats from all over Avalon. Fortunately for you, my opinion of them is not particularly high. Oh, and you don't look like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? Or an adventurer?
What's it to you then?
You can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon.
Oh. Good to meet you then. What brings you here?
Oh, biding my time until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along and asks if there's anything they can help me with.
Ugh. Perhaps I'm that adventurer. What do you need?
Oh, surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you interested, child?
Tell me the details.
I came to the Horns of the South because I found a fascinating book. It referred to a certain object, a figure most likely, which has the ability to dispel the wordness like a menhir can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over 100 years ago somewhere in this area. However, when I asked those nincompoops about it, they just laughed at me. They said that the Andraste wasn't carrying anything of value, and even if it was, they wouldn't freeze their butts off in those chilly waters.
Tell me about this book then.
The Last Voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was one of the more notable keepers. In his waning years, he became an adjutant to Captain Lex. But it's best if you read it yourself. You can read, can't you? But just be very careful. This is a very rare publication. Read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you more. A deal?
Okie dokie.
Ah, and they say young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, 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 get to reading.
It was not a good place, especially not for humans. The odd instruments used for gods, know what, the signs written in a strange language, and that disturbing figure. To this day, the mere memory of what makes me shiver. And to think all this was, and maybe still is, lurking so close to the horns of the South. If you ask me, they should bury the entrance to that mine and seal it up forever. I tried to convince Captain Lex not to take anything from those accursed chambers, but he wouldn't listen. The full-armed figure didn't look like all that much to me, but I could see how alluring it was to the captain. It reminded me of one of those strange menhirs I heard about from the island villagers, only not so impressive in stature. On the captain's orders, we threw the cargo into the hold and steered towards the Isle of the Dead, and it's Isle Elysium, Isle of the Dead. Writing these words and reflecting on everything that's happened afterwards, I realize how cruel the name is. I was wrenched from my musings by a roaring sound, almost like a clap of thunder. It knocked me off my feet, flinging me at the mast like a rag doll. It took a while for me to realize that something had hit the bottom of the ship, something huge. Water flooded the deck. People were running around screaming. Well, at least those who weren't already thrown overboard earlier. I had no idea what was happening. Did Nolly ram us into some rocks? Then came another blow, this time port side. That was when I saw her. Every sailor in the South has heard stories of the terror of the deep. And there she was. Her scaly body gleamed before my eyes, and for only a moment, but it was a sight I will never forget as long as I live. The ship was sinking, yet I could not stop staring at the spot I had seen the sea monster. A moment later, a piece of the mast hit me in the head, and I lost consciousness. To this day, I do not know whether I owe my survival to the will of the gods, a twist of fate, or a whim of the monster? Why me? Was I chosen to tell the story? If so, then that is what I shall do, and I humbly do offer thanks to forces I cannot comprehend for giving me the chance to fulfill this task. Okay, Elaine, I read it.
And? Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste?
All of it.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book, don't you think? Now, let's test your reading comprehension. According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they took with them on the ship. Do you remember what that was, child?
Ah, yes. A four-armed four-dweller.
That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repelling the wordness. According to Elvis's description, the figure is smaller than a menhir, and light enough that they were able to carry it to the ship without any trouble. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. I've estimated it should be about 1 meter tall. Good. Next question. What was the Andraste's destination?
Ooh. The Island Elysium.
Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe that the Red Priests are dedicated to studying the wordness instead of the Red Death. Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a four-dweller artifact. Last question. What sank the Andraste?
A sea monster. The great terror of the deep, as they say.
Yes, you did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. According to Elvis, the Andraste was sunk by the legendary terror from the deep. But if you want to know more, ask your keeper friends. They should be much better informed. Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste and retrieve the mysterious figure.
Where exactly is the wreck?
Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. Oh, but where exactly? Fortunately, I know something that could help us. In the Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine having such treasures at hand and choosing to completely ignore them? Oh, barbarians. Among them, you'll find the Andraste's logbook, which was saved by Elvis. I've read it, of course, but I know nothing about sailing. I'm sure such a competent child as yourself will handle it much better. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed to locate the wreck of the Andraste.
Oh, with pleasure. I love museums. Yes. Hello.
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a dirty rag.
Do I look like a bar wench?
I'm not sure. I don't mean to say that you peasants all look the same, but you have to understand it's quite difficult for people like me to tell anyone apart in this dreariness. Especially since there seems to be so many people like you here. I thought the South was supposed to be more secluded.
Oh, did you want a resort? Nah, thought you people would have better manners, especially among these places.
Well, I'm sorry if you felt offended. I won't bother you anymore.
Good. Who's up here?
Oi, Noel. What if I pulled Excalibur from that stone, but it broke, but only at the tip? Would I still get to be king, or not?
You're so daft, Randall. Some magical lass living in a lake gave the king the sword when he broke his own bashing four-armed skulls.
So, the one in the stone, what's that called? It's not Excalibur, is it?
Nah, the one in the stone was called, don't know. Sword in the stone, I guess.
Sod it, whatever. So, if I pulled the sword in the stone from the, stone, and it broke, but only a little, would I still get to be king?
What? No. You'd have to pull out all of it. Only the one who pulls out the sword gets to be king, yeah? Not the one who pulls out a bit of the sword.
Wait, but if you have a sword and it breaks, do you tell everyone that you have a sword or that you have a piece of the sword? Besides, you can always take it to the smith and he can fix a new tip.
But if he fixes a new tip, it won't be the same sword.
Are you off your knocker? How's it not the same sword? So, what is it now? A plowshare?
A shit share.
Listen, just listen to me. You've got it all wrong.
Interesting conversation. Oh wow, they are selling property. It's pretty wild actually. Give me that butter. I'll take a little pork. Let me put that in my pocket. What I need to find is a fish cookbook. I wonder if flour, butter. I need more butter. I'll make a roux. I have potato. I have cabbage. Damn, that sucks. I won't fuck with that anymore.
What do you want? Who are you?
How's the fishing? Oh, are you Berg? Deacon asked me to talk to you. He said something's gotten into you.
Huh. Guess he's got nobody else to get pissed with. Finley never liked drinking alone with him. Tainted tends to get into one of his moods. And? What? That's all? You're bothering me just because that old rascal is sitting alone in the inn with nobody to natter to. You people, bugger off.
Fair point.
Bloody hell, look at this. The old place is in a shambles. Bunch of decrepit old coots. They do nothing but shuffle around, stare at walls, and sleep under leaking roofs. Can't even hammer a nail properly. I'm telling you, if I was still working here, this place wouldn't be falling apart. Ah, but I'm not. Oh, shite. I can't even stand to look at it, let alone live here. And who are you? What you want? You another one of Durar's freeloaders?
Durag.
What do you take me for? A senile old idiot? I know that my boy keeps sending all of you little pissants to snoop around his old man. Oh, how worried he must be. Ho ho. How did you all get it into your stupid heads that I am ill, huh? That's bullshit. Everyone's going on about how old Gabon's gonna keel over anytime soon. And me? Still here, ain't I? Arseholes. I'm old enough to know what I'm talking about. I served my time. I've lived my life. And now you can all kiss my arse. So there.
You're sick.
I swear, each one's dumber than the last. Listen, they wanted Heaver, that healer from the Keep, to come here. He did. They wanted him to look me over. He did. Then he just threw up his hands, mumbled something to himself, and that was it. Hell, I should have been an healer. Wouldn't mind going around being a pain in everyone's arse for a living. These herbs. No idea what they're for. Heber said he doesn't know what's wrong with me, so there's no illness. I'm fit as a fiddle. Ah, good thing that at least the one guy who hangs around, Finley's the name, doesn't nag me all the time.
Tell me about your service of the Horns.
What's got you so nosy? Pour me a drink, and I might open up.
Sure, I'm carrying all this crazy ass liquor. What do you want? Tell me, what's your flavor? I've got... You want wine? It's pretty early. I figure wine's a good one. Maybe cider.
Ah. So, what was your question?
Tell me about your service. Trying to get to know you.
You see, back in the day, being a keeper was a serious business. Now, don't even get me started. You used to come here with a mission, not to run away from your bloody mother. Nowadays, lads get brought here by their own kin when they've had enough of them, or they think the Orns can hide them from the law. No, back in my day there was none of this scum. I came here to serve. My girl cried when I left her, but I've always known this is where I wanted to be. How was I supposed to know she had a bloody bun in the oven? By the time the wean was born, I was already planning the lighthouse's construction.
Durag came here for you?
Heck knows what he came here for. That's not my problem anymore, and I don't stick my nose in anyone else's business.
So Finley's your caregiver?
Why the sudden interest? Maybe if you bring me a drink, I'll humor you.
You gonna open up to me too? Here, have this other cider.
So, what was your question?
You're kind of tiring. So you're Durag's father?
That's what he says anyway. But yeah, he's my blood. Eager like me, and look at that bulbous nose. Won't disown what's clearly mine. But I ain't gonna talk with a stranger.
Sounds pretty rare. You two together, both in the service.
It's like half the blighters here don't have working peckers, or they've never even touched a woman.
Anyway, did get off topic when you were talking about your service to the Horns.
Why the sudden interest? Maybe if...
Sure. Wine this time.
So... I like me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn one of them. Tough as nails, loyal to a fault. A kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of Avalon. But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to rediscover some mouldy tunnels under the keep. Damn fool mission that was. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. I can still see all their faces when I close my eyes. A hard loss it was, but I'm still here. Oh, some days I wonder why.
Damn. Tell me about those tunnels. Sounds gnarly.
Why all the poking around? Get me something to drink, and we'll talk.
My man's about to be fucked up.
So, what was your question?
Tunnels.
Those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under the Orns. Damn fool mission that was. But it wasn't just some empty caves. There were monsters, straight out of Age of Legends. Sick stuff. Stuff that get under your skin. Looked like... hell. Memory's all twisted up now. Like a bloody nightmare mixed with shadows that don't belong. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge of this shit show now. Now, I propose a toast to those lost souls. This one's on me.
To the brothers.
Peace, you say. Problem is, sometimes I think they never died. They haunt me in my dreams, you know. Bloody bastards. I swear I wanted to go back and retrieve their bodies. But our late captain, mate Grindelows piss on his grave, forbade me from going back. But when I drink, I usually pass out, and then I don't remember my dreams. So, I drink. My brothers deserved better.
Sorry to hear about that. Let's see what's up here.
wish Morris were here with me already. Do you need help settling in, dear? This isn't the best day to start a new life in this place, but we don't always get to choose, do we? What a nasty business with that boy. I'm almost glad my Morris isn't here for this. He's such a bleeding heart.
What happened with that boy you mentioned?
Oh, I'm not sure, love. I don't move around too much. I just heard about that fight with the road keeper, and now poor Cole's locked up in a cage. Him and Patrice make such a lovely young couple. They remind me of Morris and me when we were their age.
So what's it like being here?
At first, it wasn't so bad. But now it gets worse every day. We just sit around here, doing nothing. Don't get me wrong, we have food, we have a roof over our heads, and we're grateful for that. But no one trusts us enough to let us do any work. None of us wants to be a freeloader, as they call us. I wouldn't mind a task or two to earn my keep and to take my mind off my troubles. I might not be all hale and hearty, but I've still got two good hands, which is more than you can say about some of the codgers living here.
I heard all you people had a strange dream some time ago.
A dream? Oh, yes. There was one, but I don't quite remember what it was about. I'm sorry, dear.
It's okay. Farewell.
Stay safe, dear.
Parsley. You know, parsley is the most popular herb used in culinary. It often gets overlooked.
You've come to put me in the cage.
What?
Sorry. Just a bit of grim humor. You know, about what's been happening here. Such a mess, isn't it? Cola's all right, and Patrice, what a shame. Such a fine girl. Anyway, I'm Ellis. Nice to meet you. What do you need?
Tell me about yourself, mate.
Well, I'm Ellis. Goldsmithing is my life and passion. And between you and me, I feel like I'm losing my mind without it. When I hold tools and make beautiful things, it feels like I can bring some light into this wretched world. I wish I was somewhere where I could just do some goldsmithing, but I'm a bit scared. So, here I am, sitting on my ass in some village listening to waves and the screams of seagulls and old men. Nothing to write home about, even if I still had one.
What were you doing before you joined the refugees?
I was working as a goldsmith in a group of, let's call them, business people. I was once traveling with a caravan that got attacked by him. Their chief was a smart guy. The moment he heard I was a goldsmith, he knew what to do with me. He got me converting all the jewelry they stole into new pieces. Do you want to hear what I did once?
Sure.
We went to Timberwall. The gang wanted to rob some merchant's house. We holed up in a seedy tavern and waited for the right moment. Then, one night they broke in, came back with a whole load of trinkets. Beautiful stuff. The moment I saw it all, I instantly knew what I wanted to craft. They gave me a couple of days. I tinkered for a bit, and then, ta-da! Brand new merchandise. After I was finished, I dressed myself all nice, went to that merchant's house and went, "Good morning, kind sir. I'm a goldsmith. My work is renowned in all of Camelot. Would you be interested in what I have to offer?" You know what he said? "Of course I would." That nonce bought the entire lot, even though I inflated the prices like a street peddler. And when I came back, the others couldn't believe their eyes. I thought I was gonna keel over. I miss that.
Nice. Well, tell me about a dream that all you guys had together.
Aye, there was a dream. Strangest bloody thing out of all the strange shite I've seen. When we woke up, we realised that every one of us had a weird night. I was out in the wild. I had this feeling like something was chasing me. But it was Col who really had it rough. Poor sod was moping around afterwards like he'd been hit by a sack of bricks.
Did Cole say anything about what happened?
No, he didn't talk to me or anyone else in the group. Guess he didn't want us to worry, especially his lass.
Something about him changed, you said?
Yes and no, to be honest. See, Cole has always been quick to anger, especially when things went sour. And back then, an awful lot of things were going to shite. But this time, I don't know. He felt different. He didn't even bother chatting with Patrice. Normally, they're a good couple. A real match, if you ask me.
Interesting.
Still here, still breathing. I've already told you I'm not going anywhere. If you want something from me, then... Oh, I don't know you. I'm Dugard. You're not one of us. And you're not local either.
You could have chosen a better time to come here. Kind of poor ambience, if you know what I mean.
Well, at least we have a roof over our heads.
Where are you from?
Roscree. Few shacks and a small field of grain. I was a miller back there. My daughter married a good, hard-working man. Eventually, I gave them the mill.
Still helped around, but wanted to let the young folks learn how to work there. Then this kid, Frank, came along. Everything seemed to be going pretty well.
And then what?
Of course, something happened. Life here can't just be bearable. Oh no. Everything has to get screwed up somehow. That's the way it goes in this cursed land. My dear Trina and her bairn. Hey. They got caught by a weird beast. I started to hit the bottle and... finally, my son-in-law kicked me out. I left Roscree. And so did Fran. He says he has some kind of life debt. And he won't leave me alone until one of us drops dead.
Sorry for your loss, then. Is there anything in Roscree?
No. Nothing to go back to. Although it's hard to get used to something different when you've been sitting on your ass in one place for your whole life. I didn't expect to become a vagabond in my old age.
Indeed. How did you end up here?
My boy Frank and I came here with the others. We left our village because... we had to. Well, I had to. But Frank is a good lad, so he came with me. I took him in, you know?
Found the poor sod at the mill, sleeping in the hay. He was chilled to the bone back then. But I could tell he'd be a strong lad once he thawed out. He used to help out on the farm.
Do you know where he hails from?
He's young, but he already has a couple of tattoos. Tribal ones. Means he must have been cast out of the Del Rita.
At first, the people in our village gave him dirty looks. But then they realized he wasn't a bandit.
He was a good,
hard-working kid. Then they started to treat him as one of their own.
Did he tell you about being casted out or anything of that nature?
Ah, Frang is a quiet boy, and he doesn't talk much about himself. I feel like those days with the Reader are long buried for him. Almost like he never lived them.
Tell me about a strange dream that everyone had together while sleeping under the arch spire.
What? Ah, yes. The people are making a fuss over nothing. A dream is just a dream. No need to dwell on it.
Farewell then. Frang.
Something happened. Frang listens.
Did you have a strange dream a bit ago? Under the arch spire.
Frang doesn't know dream. Frang calls them visions. And yes, Frang had one not long ago. Alone, surrounded by wolves. They were no aggressive, so Frang felt no fear. It was they who feared Frang. Then, I caught the scent of blood and followed it. But I didn't reach the end. The vision stopped. Now, Frang waits for the next one, to see what's ahead.
I met this Stelriotin called Kunkir before. Ever heard of him?
Mm-hmm. Conquer. Wolf. Strong. Important name. Not seen in the south for a long time. Must be dead.
Good times. You seem like a cool lad.
Each day feels heavier. They said it would get easier. Wish I'd stayed asleep.
Hello.
Hey, you're heading to the village, right? Tiernan should let you in. Take this medicine to my father, will you? Goban is a loud man. You shouldn't have trouble finding him.
I've already found him.
I can see from the look on your face, you've already met that little ray of sunshine. Forget I asked.
He told me the story about his friends dying in the tunnels and seemed pretty bummed about it.
He told that tale about the tunnels more times than I can count. To anyone who listen. But these days, it seems nobody does anymore. I've heard it plenty of times already, believe me. To him,
Those old friends of his were everything. They meant more than his own son, that's for sure. He'd go on and on about it. If I'd been there, if I'd gone with them, he won't let it go. Sometimes I think that if Fergus had let him go into those tunnels and meet the same end as his brothers, he might have found his peace. Or at least quit drinking.
Why won't Tiernan let you in?
Because he received orders not to let any keeper through without a pass. And I don't have one. I've already used mine. Guess what I used it on? That's right. Bringing medicine to my father. When that idiot gets an order, he's like a priest who stumbled into an orgy. He's got a stick up his ass. Nothing gets through.
Talk to your father, and honestly it seemed y'all were in conflict with each other.
It's no secret. He's just an old, bitter man who hates the entire world. And I'm a part of it, so, well, it is what it is. That's all.
Why a second lighthouse?
If I had a gold coin for every time someone asked me that, I could fund the damn thing myself. Look, it's Camelot's orders. I get paid to follow them, not to question them. If they want to throw money at us to keep up appearances, that's their problem. I'm not about to stop them.
Well then. Farewell. I'll give your regards to your father.
Stay out of trouble.
What if I just jumped? Ah! They just... I didn't even have to do it. It's like the game already knew. Next time I'll do my dash off of it. Ah, Siggy.
You're back. Hi.
I've got those documents that you want. No problem.
I told you, Ron is a good guy. And here's a little something for you. You know I pay well.
To be honest, Ron was a bit confused.
Yes? What's the matter, my friend?
I don't know how to say this, but I believe you've passed already.
You're really good at this today. Wait. Oh. Oh, you're serious. I understand. For so many years, I've been afraid to open this letter. But it looks like I needed to read it. Well, it is what it is, right? And I've been wondering why no one wants to talk to me. I thought to myself, are they mad at me or what? But why are you talking to me? How can you see me?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, may the All-Mother bless your path. See you next time.
Is there anything worth seeing here?
Not exactly. You've already been to Ron's Tavern, so you've seen one. But since we're mates now, I suppose I can tell you about something. Listen closely. A few of us had a little gambling ring. Not to brag, but I was quite good at it. The winnings aren't much use to me anymore, so if you're interested, I'll tell you where I stashed them. Here. Just mind the waves.
Huh. Okay. Who else did you play with?
Ooh, Ern, Armand, and Richt. Haven't seen them in a long while, so I've no clue what they're up to now. But I'd wager they've got their own stashes hidden somewhere too. Cunning bastards.
Did you like your time as a keeper here?
Oh, yes. Great place, great people. And before I became a keeper, let me put it this way. I've done a lot more for a lot less. Here, you can always have a meal and some kind of shelter above your head. And that's something, isn't it? Sure, you can make more gold as a leader, but that comes with much more responsibility, my friend.
Farewell.
Safe travels, and don't let the road wear you down. Eyes forward and mind your step. You all right, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage.
Yes. It's a complicated matter, isn't it?
I don't see how it's all that complicated. An innocent man was sentenced to death, just because he wanted to protect himself and his wife. And Mahon's wound isn't even that deep. It's just one man's word against another. And Cole, an outsider, dependent on the mercy of our superiors, he didn't stand a chance of winning this. The refugees don't trust us, and it's no wonder. It shouldn't be like this. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage.
Glad you're with them. Not with them, but glad you can see it through other perspectives. Good on you, mate.
Wait. If you meet Patrice again, please give her those flowers.
Just another peaceful moment.
I wonder where this museum is. Also, where's the Red Priest?
Eyes forward, and mind your...
I have another tag.
You know where to find me if you come across any more.
Tell me more about the village.
There are a few retired keepers living there. They might tell you about the good old days if you ask them nicely. There are also some refugees from north of the island, since we had nowhere else to put them. I don't really know much about what's going on in that place. I just make sure they have everything they need, more or less. You can always go see for yourself.
The refugees?
People fleeing from bandits, from the weirdness, you name it. I wasn't exaggerating when I said we were the last beacon of hope this far south. For these people, we are. Don't know how many more we can take, but that's a problem for another time. If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
Oh, thanks. Don't I have a stash chest somewhere? It's funny, because I think it's like over here. I could be wrong. That's so random. So he wants me to go around the beach, past the rock, and directly to my left. Can't really just chop wood here. So I gotta find this out. Count as XP boost for two-handed. How often does this reset? Well, I hope not too long. Little gambling stash, and he wants to give it to me because I'm his friend, because I can see him when he's dead. That's friend-worthy shit right there. Oh, it's a lot higher than I thought. This is it. Oh. Golden ring. Goblet. A couple knives and a keeper's cape. Oh my boy, I love capes. Let me put this bad boy on. Oh yeah. Let me get a third person, because this is what it's for. Dude, I'm fucking Jason Momoa almost as this Aquaman. Yes, Aquaman. Ah, speak to me, fish. I actually never watched any of this. When I think Aquaman, I honestly think of the guy in the orange shirt. Sleep good long time. Red Priest. While you're in your hour of prayer.
Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul.
What do you think of the weirdness?
It's a sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach us that all things have a purpose? That even suffering carries wisdom? The weirdness twists and warps, yes. It consumes and it takes. But it also gives. Life grows in its wake. Strange and terrible, but life all the same. If we are to fight it, we must first understand it. And that is what frightens the Church most of all. Understanding.
Yes, but they're also using tongs, pinches, fire, and all kinds of other torturous means on the island of Celium.
What do you mean, my child? I don't doubt it. We have many research teams there. Of course, our main area of interest is the Red Death. Each team keeps detailed records of their studies. We also have herbalists, researchers of the weirdness, keepers of druidic knowledge. In a word, everything that can be encompassed by the word. Because the Prophet teaches us to respect all knowledge. Ah, that repetition was unintentional.
It must be a while since you've been to the island.
Indeed, my child. I have served in the Horns of the South since I turned 20. So, it's now my 40th year in the service of Kai and this noble abode. As for the asylum, I only know as much as my brothers deem necessary to relay to me in their letters. I only receive reports on their progress towards curing the Red Death. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemous words without proof. Father Leon. I knew him in my youth. He was my mentor, a truly devoted servant of the Prophet. Back then, he was already showing signs of being overly devoted, let's call it. He followed the word and the word alone, which might seem commendable, but it doesn't necessarily make for easy, everyday communication between brothers. He answered questions with quotes. Can you imagine? We never knew whether his faith was truly that strong, or if he was just mocking us. So, this letter, well, it doesn't prove much. It's true that it's written in a normal way, and not using quotes, but the seal matches, and the handwriting too, so I dare not question its authenticity. I dare say, however, that Father Leon's devotion might have turned into madness. Why shouldn't it? Certainly. Kai's blessings know no bounds, but sometimes it's useful to seal them in a handy flask.
I want to play this one day as like a warlock.
May
or a
Kai's word
spell
always
sword.
guide you. In the word, you will find solace.
gonna take a little break. I'd be hungry. Alright. Let's go adventure out. Wonder what this is. Hello.
Oh, a new face. I haven't seen you before.
Who are you?
I'm Marg, a hunter in the service of the Horns of the South.
Anything interesting around here?
Everything is interesting around here. But ultimately, it depends on what you're looking for.
I'm looking for some random jobs to get to know the lay of the land and whatnot.
You should try to keep. There's always work to do around there, and plenty of men who'd gladly push it onto someone else. Now, come to think of it, I might also have something for you, if you don't mind the stench of death and decay.
I'm here.
An alarming amount of undead have been emerging from the old cemetery, in numbers far greater than that little plot of land ever held. I don't mind somebody thinning out the population of local bandits, but raising them as part of a personal undead army, well, that's something I can't abide.
So you think someone's performing some dark arts or necromancy?
Sadly, that's not unusual in these parts. There's something about this land that's particularly alluring for necromancers. The South has always been a troubled place, after all.
I'll check it out.
Thank you. I'll be most grateful, as will the quartermaster of the keep. Virgas appreciates solid work. Well, I'm sure he rewards you well for your efforts.
Anything else?
I'm self-sufficient enough not to have to ask for help. However, I suppose I could help you. I could share some things I found out during my hunts.
Feathers are expensive. Pretty little garden boxes you have here. I've read all my books. Guess we're going in heavy armor. Okay, yeah. Explode through the wall. Sure. 90 low. Come back here. Hit and not stopped hitting, huh? Might need to sit down for a second after that. Say he done hurt me, boss. I wish there was like a little extra animation for the longsword. I think it's nice, like, it's kind of cool you can do that, but if you could like combine this and Darker's animation, I think it'd be pretty sick. Give me your loot. And a bed. Damn, Bubba. What they do to you. Wish you could drag bodies. That's one thing I like about Bethesda games. Huzzah! I think this is where I'm gonna camp tonight. Frost, poison, sharpened, and fire. I do need to make more arrows. Bow show. Come, dog. You shall guard me tonight. Level up, shall we? If I go 4 on strength, I get a little buff on stamina and melee damage. Not much melee damage, but so I feel like I should go for dexterity this time. Try to even my guy out from melee. What's parry look like? Parry window is increased by a little bit. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna start parrying shit. Be the parry master. Show me what the dungeons have taught you. Thank you, Wolfie. I'm gonna go take a little nap so I get that well rested bonus. That's pretty cool. Oh no! Got him in the Achilles heel right there. Damn. I legit assumed I was gonna miss that shot. Thunderous great bow. Oh, my friend. You might just give me something beautiful. I hate to be this guy with the whole thing, but the archer's glove, you would want a bracer on the left side for when you're shooting fast in case the string rubs you raw. Damn, I'm still heavy with that. I'll go with this until I go into a hard dungeon. Good to know, good to know. A dull throwing knife. Get it out of the... Ha! let's make. A little raspberry. See if there's anything in this building. There's one of those drowners. I'm gonna figure out how to cancel that. The Grail. It looks like there's definitely something down here. Unfortunately, all the causeways are broken. But fear not. I'm immune to the cold temps. Hey there.
Oh, a wanderer in the Sunken Village. You must be lost. Back in the day, you just needed to look at the stars and you'd know where you were going. Now, even they are misplaced.
Who are you?
I guess I'm just an old man listening to the sound of the sea. Every wave carries a story, you know. Some are whispers, others are roars. I like to think they're keeping me company. Long ago, I decided to wait for something to happen. So I'm waiting.
Waiting for what?
For what's ahead of me. But I can feel that it's closer than ever. Everything that's around us, it's not yet the end. And that thought really bothers me.
Tell me about this Sunken Village.
The Sunken Village was not always sunken. But one day, someone, undoubtedly important, made a decision, undoubtedly necessary, that it would be better to make it so. So the wave came and made the village into the Sunken Village. And its inhabitants, well, you can see for yourself.
So someone flooded the village?
I know that some druids did it. Specific individuals, although their names have long been forgotten. This is no great mystery, my friend.
Why did the druids do this?
You'd have to ask those responsible for the flood. Who knows what's going through people's heads? Maybe someone ordered them to do it. We'll never know.
When did the flood take place?
Long ago enough for people to have no chance of discovering why it happened. And yet, recently enough that this place still reminds us of it. Now the village is what it is, and the past is washed away. At least it can still be home for them. And I'll stay and look. These are interesting times indeed.
Do you know what happened to the druids responsible for this?
That's a good question. Maybe they burnt during the Charred Conclave. Maybe not. Nevertheless, the punishment was delivered and justice prevailed. Once again, the world was made a better place. At least that's what those who set fire to the stakes preach. All in the name of the Word.
So the Red Priests are responsible for the massacre of the druids?
Among others. This wouldn't have happened if not for Camelot's desperation. Many tragic decisions were made. I don't know if the word was so unambiguous or if its interpretation failed. What happened on the fields of the Charred Conclave wasn't just about the flood, my friend. It was about things and forces we don't understand.
Were you on the Island Asylum? I feel like we've met before.
Island Asylum? I don't remember being there, not clearly. But when I look at your face, something stirs. Yes, I'm sure we've crossed paths before. And look at you now, out in the world, breathing the fresh air. That's something to treasure, my friend. Freedom is a gift, even when it feels heavy. Enjoy it.
Do you need anything, old man?
I have everything I need. The entire world in one place.
Nothing seems to bother you. Any idea why?
Monsters? I think you misunderstand. I don't see any monsters here, only lost villagers. still clinging to their home. It's sad, but as you can see, not much depends on us. The world just keeps on happening, and you happen along with it. They were given some time, which they've tried to use as much as they could. That's all. I'm glad they allow me to stay here despite what happened. I like this place.
You're not afraid of this place, then?
It's the cycle of life. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're afraid, it means you're struggling with something too much, my friend. Sometimes you just need to sit and look. Watch everything turn. Before you go, I would like to ask you one thing. Who are you? I understand. I see you, I hear you, and I have a feeling that you will find what you're looking for. Farewell, and thank you for visiting me, my friend. You can come keep me company whenever you want. The sunsets here are beautiful.
Well, that was interesting. Could be a deity in just a fun human flesh form. But who knows? Let us see what's in here. Seawalls too, huh? Am I a grave robber now? Those are undead or what? But they all have no hair and they're all wearing the same thing, so I assume they're undead. If they're performing magical arts, might be spellcasters. Shit, what's that? Should I take this bugger out? That thunderous great bow will be great. Oh, I need 4 spirituality. Okay. That'll kind of be a weird build, but whatever. Let's make sure nothing flanks us from our side. So just this little Wolfzeta. Silly little bonfire. We can't be placed in this area. Meteorite throwing that was pretty good. I'll be honest, I kind of want to make a meteorite dagger one day. Holy moly, I'm overweight. I'm gonna have to drop you. I think I can drop the spear. This served me well. Oh, that's what's so heavy. And those bows. How about this? Alright. Summon Keeper. Orders some or summon. Ooh, Summon Keeper. That's pretty cool. And this one is creates a horizontal burning wave of fire, and a heavy cast this creates a burning wave of fire that pierces through all targets, increasing with width and damage through longer charging of time. Oh yeah. It's pretty cool. Soldiers. Really can't tell. One eye's sigil. Maybe Sewalls are just a beast and they have to keep the undead in a ritual to keep them under. Could be pretty wild. Okay, let's keep on pushing forward. I hope I need to go back and store and sell some of this stuff. Make myself a little lighter. I can't believe I've hit the heavy armor boundary. I feel like I'm medium armor. Yeah. Whatever. I wonder if just upgrading your strength helps that. What's up with this gong, Sir Arthur?
Perhaps. I cannot say for certain. My memory remains too clouded. It seems familiar. I do not feel my soul bound to it, but I know our path shall lead us here, one way or another. Something lingers beyond this gate. Something ancient. That much I know. We'll find the truth soon enough.
It's getting late. It's a druid shrine. Not really, good sir. I see you drawing your bow. Can you not? Pup, help me. We're gonna fuck these guys up, yeah? No, I don't want to do it. What incarnation? We're about to get ourselves in trouble. Back in there. Maybe kill my pup. What should we do then? Alright. Knowing what I know now, let's see if we can take it. jump in there and try this. Alright, there's the archer. It's like, fuck, someone hit me that far? Easy with it now. Yes. How did tomato get on this side of the Atlantic? check out the mansion. All it is. Surely not. This is a lot of wood for one little house. Well rested, thank you. Might be wrong, but I feel like that set took XP from me. Oh damn. Bro turned into a skeleton. It's wild. Continue north. No, I just want to jump over it. This looks too inviting. I'm gonna quick save here. Ow. I broke my ankles, but I found a cool cave. Thank you. I found a spear, I did. I wonder how the spear was in him. Maybe he was skewered by this spear. That's what hung on the tree. gosh, I can swim up a waterfall? What sorcery is this? Yes, I'm the strongest swimmer that the Dark Ages have ever seen. Actually, this might be the Middle Ages. Since Arthur's like old. I heard you were looking for something, eh? We both miss. Feels like something special. Alright, so we've come a long way.